All right, so today we're going to dive into something pretty cool.
Okay.
Wood products assembly.
Hmm.
Yeah, we're talking about the people who turn raw wood into, like our furniture, our cabinets, all that good stuff.
Absolutely.
And we're using these awesome guides from RoleCatcher to really get into the nitty-gritty of this whole career path.
And it's a career path that's honestly a lot more complex than people realize, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I'm already intrigued because I will admit, I kind of just thought,
You put the pieces together?
is it the wood? You put it together.
Yeah.
But it sounds like there's more to it.
There's a surprising amount of hidden complexity. We're talking
Yeah.
hydraulic machines, different types of joints, all sorts of fasteners, and you're building, like I said, cabinets, furniture fixtures, all this stuff.
So it's not just me being bad at putting together IKEA furniture.
It's a little more than that.
Okay.
You really have to understand wood, like how different types of wood behave, how they're going to react to humidity, to temperature.
Yeah.
And you have to be able to read schematics.
Okay, so we've moved past the picture instructions.
Yeah, this is like you are translating a blueprint into a real object.
That's pretty impressive.
It is, you're not just connecting physical pieces, you're connecting concepts.
Whoa.
Yeah. A really good assembler understands how the final product is supposed to function. You know, how the weight is distributed, how it all works together.
So there's like an engineering element to this.
Absolutely.
Huh.
And that actually kind of leads into something that RoleCatcher emphasizes, which is that the demand for skilled wood product assemblers, it's actually supposed to stay pretty steady, even with all this automation going on.
Why is that?
Well, because while machines are really good at those repetitive tasks, they don't have that critical thinking,
Right.
that problem solving that a human does.
Makes sense.
And, wood, it's a natural material, so it have variations in the grain and the texture, even the moisture.
Yeah.
A machine can't adapt to that the way a person can.
So you need to be able to look at a piece of wood and just sort of
Yeah. Have a feel for it.
know what to do with it.
Exactly. And that brings us to, I think, the core of what makes this job so interesting, those pros and cons.
Okay.
The good, the bad,
Yeah.
and maybe the ugly.
Let's get into it. Give it to me straight. What are we talking about here?
Okay, so RoleCatcher lays it out pretty well.
Okay.
There's definitely that satisfaction you get
Okay.
working with your hands,
Yeah. Yeah.
seeing something tangible come out of it.
Right.
It's like that old school craftsmanship.
Totally. I can see that being really appealing.
Yeah, and especially these days,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
everything's digital.
It's true.
So to actually work with a natural material,
Right.
it's kind of grounding,
Yeah.
but it is physically demanding.
Okay.
You're on your feet a lot, you're lifting heavy stuff, there's dust, there could be chemicals.
So maybe not for everyone.
Right. Definitely not for everyone.
Okay.
And the work can get repetitive,
Yeah. Especially at the beginning, I imagine.
especially at the beginning. But here's where it gets interesting. RoleCatcher actually outlines these 3 different career stages. You've got entry-level, junior, senior.
Okay. How does it change as you move up?
So entry-level, you're really focused on those basic tasks.
Yeah.
Really honing those skills.
Right. Repetition. Repetition. Repetition.
Exactly. And then as you move into a junior role,
Mm-hmm.
you start doing more collaboration, maybe some troubleshooting,
Right.
even a little bit of mentoring.
Oh, okay.
The newer people who are coming in,
I like it.
and then senior assembler, that's where things get really interesting.
Okay. Tell me more.
That's where you might be leading a team, maybe even developing more efficient processes, because who knows the process better.
Right. Exactly.
And get this, they even work with engineers and designers
Really?
on the functionality of the product.
Hold on. I did not expect that.
It's true.
Wow.
And it makes sense when you think about it, because they're the ones who are actually putting this stuff together every single day. So RoleCatcher found that design and engineering and technology, these are actually listed as essential knowledge areas for this career path.
Wow. So you could start out on the assembly line and then move into a design role?
Potentially.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It is. It's really cool. And it just shows you that it's not just about manual skills.
Right.
You got to think critically solve problems.
Be creative.
Exactly. And speaking of which, we should probably talk about how you actually get a job in this field.
Right. Because I have a feeling there's more to it than just saying, hey, I'm good with my hands.
It's definitely more than that. And this is where I think RoleCatcher's insights are super valuable.
So what else is there besides experience?
Right. Well, they really emphasize that you have to showcase your skills,
Okay.
really make them stand out.
So it's not enough to just say you're good at something. You got to prove it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. How do you do that with woodworking?
Well, imagine you're looking at 2 candidates. one has, worked on an assembly line.
The other one, maybe not as much, but they come in with pictures of stuff they've built on their own.
Right.
Detailed descriptions, maybe even some sketches of their designs.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Who are you going to remember?
Yeah, the one who like went that extra mile for sure.
Exactly. And that's where RoleCatcher is really cool because they can help you build that portfolio.
Right.
They have resources for finding competitions and workshops.
Oh, cool.
Even online communities.
So you can really get your work out there.
Exactly. And it all ties back to what we were talking about before,
Right, like those hidden skills.
Yeah, those design skills.
Yeah.
Problem solving.
Yeah.
You don't need years of experience to show that off.
So if someone's listening to this and they're like, man, I love working with wood. I'm always building stuff, but maybe that traditional assembler role isn't really doing it for me.
Right.
What would you say to them?
Don't be afraid to think bigger.
Okay.
Like, what if this is just the first step?
Yeah.
You could learn the ropes, build your skills, make connections, and then use that to become like a master craftsperson or something. Yeah. A furniture designer, even an engineer.
So many options.
Exactly. You might even realize you love the manufacturing process itself and you move into like a project management role.
Right.
The point is, it's way more open-ended than people think.
I love that we really busted some myths today.
Yeah, we did.
Went from like, oh, it's just putting wood together to, whoa, there's a whole career path here.
There really is.
It just goes to show you can't judge a job by its title.
You got it.
Well said. A huge thank you to RoleCatcher for the awesome guides.
Yeah, they're great.
And to you out there for listening, make sure to check out our next deep dive.
See it.